Amazon Prime Big Deal Days is here, and this is like Prime Day for the fall, stretching out over 2 days. What we are looking at is a company-wide discount opportunity plus custom codes specifically for my viewers on all Votatu products. There are 3 products in particular that the codes won't work for, but that is because the prices are so low there is just no room, and they are discounted at the max with no code needed. Pretty much try to add everything into your cart, add the codes into the description below for an extra 10% off and save. Let's talk about Votatu as a company in general and why I like them so much, as well as highlight some of my favorite opportunities and really awesome key segments of their lineup. The first thing I want to mention is going to be, again, that 10% off code, and that is going to be valid October 7th and October 8th on top of the Amazon discounted pricing for Votatu. So if you see an IR laser that generally sells for $75 on sale for $63, you can add my code and drop the price to $57.37, which would be the cheapest price all year, as one example of something that you can do. They also have the new V848, which is an IR laser light combo with an IR laser, a green laser, a white light, and a IR light. That generally sells for $100, and that's one of the ones that's only on sale for $86.99. The other two is going to be the H3LG and then the PID 504R. Those are the only 3 that you can't use the discount on. Now, let's talk about some of the optics options, and then we'll go through the rest of the categories. Votatu is one of those companies that produces high value and budget options that actually work, with 50,000 hour battery lives, protective hoods over the front, multi-reticle designs in some options, protective housings, side load battery compartment, and a pick mount in the box if you decide you want to take it off whatever flat top pistol you got and throw it on something like a pick rail with an offset mount, maybe piggyback it off of an LPVO or throw it on top of a PCC. They have a few different versions for RMSC, RMR, as well as doctor cut options, and all of them are going to be on sale. And on top of that, that 10% off discount code will apply. A little bit more about these guys. I've never had one fail on me. I've never had to swap out a battery since I've been reviewing Votatu, and I've never had one lose zero. Great opportunities to save some money here, especially with that added 10% off discount. These guys also have some really nice high value and budget iron sights that are going to be on sale as well. This particular set has a small and large aperture, adjustable windage and elevation with toolless adjustments. So you can adjust this without a tool, which is really cool. Fiber tips at the front, and when you get everything sighted in, you can lock it down with set screws. Spring-loaded design, really convenient. And again, these are going to be the cheapest prices I've seen them all year. And on top of that, we've got the extra 10% off discount code, making them some really good iron sight options that you can save a ton of money with. Now, another category that Votatu really shines, and I honestly think has really made a name for Votatu in the industry, or a hidden gem if you hadn't heard of them yet, is their laser aiming modules. These flat top laser aiming modules are competing with modules that are 2 or 3 times the price point from overseas brands. And when they start competing with like American brands or more premium brands, you were looking at an IR laser aiming module that could cost you well over $1,000, where some of these are going to be close to $56, and they work. All of them are going to feature a magnetic recharging base, which is really nice. A lot of the IR laser aiming modules have dual adjustments to where you can adjust either the light, the laser, or the light and laser combination. And then the IR laser is going to be slaved to the green laser. So when you sight in the green laser down at the range, it actually sights in the IR laser, and that is super key. I've never had one of these laser aiming modules lose zero, and there's a few different versions that don't have the IR if you don't use NV, like this guy right here. A lot of these can be had for some of the cheapest prices I've seen all year, and when you compare them with other brands, it is a no-brainer, and that's why these are getting a dedicated video and some other companies are not. I am looking at some of these options, including this guy right here, which generally started off at right around $100. This one is a white light. You can also toggle to a green laser. And you can toggle to an IR laser. So I love this module right here. They also have multi-mount options, whether you're mounting up to a pick rail or to an M-lock, you can do either of them. So you can mount it to the side with the integrated pressure switches, or you can mount it up to the pick rail. I also love the fact that the green lasers are incredibly visible and they're not super weak. They also have smaller versions of different lasers if you want a little bit less power but a more compact design. And then they also have a ton of options with the IRs. Again, way too much to talk about, but I did want to let you guys know kind of a summary and what I would really focus on right now. If you're thinking about NV in the future, these are the cheapest prices I've seen all year for IR stuff. Speaking of IRs, they also have independent IR laser aiming modules that just have an IR laser built in with the same magnetic charging base, and they have versions with M-lock mounts or pick mounts. Not like these. These have both included. This you have to actually choose whether you want an M-lock like this or you want a pick mount like this. Now, these guys also have different lights and lasers that are super high value, like this guy right here that mounts right to the top of a pick rail, very similar to other more premium brands. With the magnetic charging, you can cycle through the different modes up at the top between the light, the laser, or just the light and laser combo. You can double click for a defensive strobe right there. And again, you can use that for whatever you want. You can use a temporary on, or you can do a constant on by clicking it. So love the feature set of these. And they also have just dedicated flat top mount lights right here. You can cycle between high and low. And these get incredibly affordable as well. Now, some of these independent laser aiming modules, whether you're doing IR, green, or red, can be had at very affordable prices. Some as low as like $30, potentially even cheaper. So these lights are affordable. They also have an entire series of pistol lights, and they also just launched FDE versions of a lot of these different IR laser aiming modules to go with your FDE builds. All of the linking and filters will be in place in the description below, as well as the discount code, so you can sort through all of Votatu's products and really save a ton of money. A huge shout out to Votatu for always helping out the channel, sending these products out over the years and creating that discount code for you guys to save even more. And that's why you want to make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm out there every day sending out emails asking for discounts so I can bring them to you guys. Don't miss the next one. Sub the channel. Make sure you click that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.